Okay guys, so in this video we're going to go through a step down test, which is a good test that you can use for the ankle and the knee, and in fact the whole lower limb, and we're just going to go through things that you'd be looking for in that test to show some dysfunction there. So I use it quite a lot for the ankle. So Patrick, if you come onto the step for me, and then what we're going to do is keep your left foot on the step and bring the right foot down towards the floor, and then back up again. Okay, so what we're looking for with this one from an ankle perspective is looking at whether Patrick's heel lifts off the step, and that's going to show you potentially some ankle dorsiflexion issues. We can also look at what happens with the foot, so is there any pronation, supination, and if there is a lot of pronation, then again you might be thinking there was a lack of control through that foot there. And also you can look at how far Patrick's right heel goes from him. If a lot of people with poor ankle dorsiflexion will come down really close to the step because they won't want to get that excursion of the knee forwards over the toes. And what other things we can look at is more up at the knee. So Glenn, what will we look at for that area?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic test for looking at eccentric quads control. So as Patrick's demonstrating here, he's lowering himself on his left. If he was lacking in quads control and quad strength, you'd probably see him clamping his knees together. Yeah, so that's the first thing that I would watch out for. So knees clamping together to provide that bit of stability.
Yeah.
Standardised height, it's a reliable test for looking at that. Standardised height is about 20 centimetres,
Okay.
but you can use whatever's in clinic as well.
Yeah.
As we move up from the knee, you'd be also looking at the hips. Yeah. So one really common sign that you see is the opposite hip dropping. So lack of glute med strength on the stabilising leg, and dropping that right leg in this instance down to the ground.
Yeah.
And you'll quite often see everything in unison, maybe. So you'll see hip dropping, knee adducting, hip adducting and clamping on the opposite side, and foot pronating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you have to try and make the decision as what is the major issue? Is it the hip stability? Is it the quads control? Or is it the pronation of the foot?
Yeah.
So you can actually go and try and correct those as you're doing it.
Yeah.
To see which has the best effect.
Yeah, so I think the manual corrections are quite nice to see how that impacts it. I think the other thing that's quite nice as well is that you can often use this as a treatment. So you can use things like mirrors and see if you can get someone to work on that control, and actually repeated exposures to things like this can build the tolerance and build the strength in that movement. And it's very functional as well, because again, if someone's pain is stairs, for example, it's essentially going downstairs, so you can actually strengthen and gradedly expose them to the thing that they're weak at or poor at, and actually that can reduce the pain as well. So I think, yeah, it's really good test. Really use this one all the time. It's great for looking at the whole lower chain.